Hello everyone and welcome to CLASI Handmade. Today is Monday, the 21st of February. I hope you're all doing well and that you all had a great day. For those who did not have to go to work today, I hope you was able to spend some quality time with your family or doing whatever you like. So I must say welcome to all my new subscribers and welcome to all my returning subscribers. It's always a pleasure talking to you guys and coming and showing you what I am up to. For those who don't know me, my name is Shonda and this is CLASI Handmade. I live in Peoria, Arizona. So today I'm here to show you some of the things that I have made and some of the things that I'm working on and so on, and some announcements. So grab a drink and let's get started. Okay, so guys, I have my new glasses, so I can see a bit better now. So what I have for you today, let me talk about, first I will talk about, I've reached 500 friends. I have 500 friends here and quite a few, a little bit more, over 500, and I'm planning to do a giveaway for that milestone. So I have some stuff that I'm getting ready to prepare. I'm preparing some stuff so I can, sorry about that. I'm preparing some stuff so I can have a few variety of stuff to give away. And so I was going to show you the stuff that I have most of the stuff, but some of the things that I want to put in the giveaway, I have to get it. So sometime during the week, I'll come back and show you the entire, what you will be winning in this giveaway. So thank you to everyone. And I have some of the things, not some of the things, one of the things that I will be giving away. And it's a project bags, some project bags. So I made some project bags over the weekend, and this is one of the project bag, and this is a zipper, and this is not a, this I always make when I'm giving away, doing a giveaway, I make project bags. So this project bag here, it's great for a little sock or amigurumi. You have a little handle here and the design on it, as you can see, some books, some, very fashion couture shoes and stuff. And the inside I line it with a light pink, and it has a zipper at the top. So that's one, and this is another, and this could actually hold quite a big project inside. Same fabric, but just that the inside is lined with, let me turn it down a bit so you can see, with plain, and it's all plain cotton. So the inside is lined with plain cotton, pink again. And you can see this bag is folded down and it's still a big size bag. And then you have the drawstring to draw it. I mean, you can fold this bag down like this and carry it if you don't have much to put in the bag. But this is what it looks like. So that's two. And this fabric, sorry, I bought it from Walmart. And the pink fabric is from, I think, where did I get a pink fabric? I think, well, it's any kind of pink cotton fabric, but I think I got it from Hobby Lobby. And then I have this one here. And this is a big one, and inside is lined with some, I would say like lime green, light, what do you say, blue green fabric. And it's a very big one too. It would probably hold a blanket. And then you draw a string, and you have also a little handheld strap here. So this bag is very big. You see how deep it is, see? So that's number 3. And then I have one more. And this is same fabric, and I got this fabric from Joanne. Drawstring, but instead this bag is lined with this fabric. And all these bags I put interfacing inside, so it's a bit sturdy, you know, and it also have box bottom. All the bags have box bottom. So I have these. So when I'm doing my giveaway, one of these bags, and you can choose which one you like, will be in the giveaway. Okay, so that's my little bit of sewing this week that I did. And for this week, so that's finished objects. Let's continue on the part of the finished object. And guys, this is my stitch and pattern gnome that I did last week or the week before. So this is the Valentine gnome, and you can change the color up and use any kind of yarn and just change it up and do whatever color you like. Yes, you can do whatever color you like for this gnome. You just change the color. And guys, what I'm fascinated about, this is yarn that I brushed, and I used the felting tool and I felted onto his face. So that's one. And then here's another little one. This is a little, you know, size a little smaller. You can see the heart is a little different. And this one is the same thing I did. I used some felt, some yarn, and I brushed it, and I just used the felting needle to put it on to make the beard. So that's my second gnome. I have another gnome somewhere here. And this was my first gnome that I made. And this is just the prototype. When I was doing it, I come up with this, and but the thing, I changed the hat and made this hat instead. So same, just the hat is a bit different. Okay, so I did those 3 gnomes, and that's my pattern. And you, if you would like to make one of those gnome for yourself, and you can change your color, make it however you want. You could just check out my stitch and pattern Tuesday for last week or the week before. Anyhow, it will be there on my playlist. And I came up with this, and this is a sheep, and this sheep is called Silly. And this sheep here, when my son was a baby, my aunt bought him a sheep, and he had all of his legs had on his, I didn't put socks on it, I probably make some socks. It had socks on all of his arm, and his leg used to shake. So, but you know, because you have to crochet, this is a bit stiff a little, but you know, still the same concept. And Silly, so my daughter came, and Silly was passed down to her. So this is my Silly that I made by crocheting, and I will be bringing out this pattern sometime in the future. Guys, talking about bringing out pattern, I have so many patterns that I'm saying I'm going to bring it out. I'm going to, and I just keep creating and writing different. It's just the thing to type it up and get it published. It's sometimes, you know, I tell you, when I sleep at night, sometimes I can't sleep. Just, why I can't sleep? Because ideas keep popping up. And when you have things on your, ideas just popping into your mind, it's hard for you to sleep. So what I do, I either get up or draw it or just start crocheting it. And then my mind will be, is like I'm appeasing myself, and then my mind will settle down, and then I will go to sleep. But once I don't get up, and that would happen like when, not late at night, like when I'm in bed, but before I go to bed, my mind will keep wandering. Oh, you can do this, you can do that, and you need to do this, or an idea will pop into my mind, and I have to get up and get working on it. So this is one of my idea, and it's, I said I could crochet this based on the silly lamb that I have. I wish I could find it to show you what I'm talking about, but anyhow, this is my silly, the sheep. So I will be bringing out different version of different animal. This is very easy. The leg is not stuffed. It's just, the arm is not stuffed. The only thing is stuffed is the body and the head. And that's it. And it's made in one piece. All you sew on is the ears, the arms, the limbs basically, and that's it. And then I put Silly here to sit, and it sit perfectly. I'll insert some pictures and let you see how nicely Silly sits. And so that's my finish. Oh, this, I show you this the last time, so I don't remember if you saw it the last time when I put on the eyes, but here it is. I'm looking at it and I said, you know what? I missed something. There's something I was supposed to do. And then when I look at the book, I forgot his little toes, some embroidery. So I'll do that after. But I already gave him his strawberry. So as you can see, he is holding his strawberry. So I'm going to finish him up. And you see, I made a mistake here because this was supposed to be at the back. But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to leave it like that. And it will be fine. So here is my little marmot that I finished. So that goes over there, sitting. And that pattern is from this book, Dinosaur Marmots and Historic Amigurumi. And let me show you exactly what it's supposed to look like, so you can have an idea if you would like to make one of these if you have grandchildren, or so this is what it's supposed to look like. And if you notice, I missed the white part, so I will be putting that on when I got off, finish making this video here. I will work on that and just get it over with so I can put it away. And I think that's all my work in progress. Sorry, all my finished objects for today. So what are you working on? Have you worked on anything yet? Don't forget, guys, I always tell you, challenge yourself, start something new, start challenging yourself don't be afraid to try new projects and so on. So, and the only way you can start new project and don't be afraid is the best way to get something done is to begin. You have to begin, and if you begin and you try it and you don't like it, at least you started and it wasn't for you. So, but don't just lock yourself in just one. You will never know if you don't try. So, talking about trying, So this is work in progress. Okay, so last week I showed you my, it wasn't last week, it's almost 2 weeks, guys. I showed you my blanket that I made. Ooh, avalanche, guys. Sorry. Sorry. I showed you my blanket that I am working on. And this blanket is by Olga. So this is how far it is. And I'm coming to the end of my first, I think, my main color. This is my main color because the orange is the accent color. So this is how far I am with just one ball. It's not a complete, and like I said, this is what I have left over. Sorry for the dimming of the lights and so on. The sun is going in and out here. I have on some lights, but still it's looking a bit, you know. Okay, I think that's better. Sorry, I knocked Chili over. So this is the yarn that I'm using, and it is Karen Baby Cake. Okay, and the colorway is, guys, you know what? I talking about glasses. Sorry, I am diverting from what I'm really telling you. These glasses. I went to the guy, to the ophthalmologist, whatever, to get my glasses. And I said, I can't see distance and I can't read. I think I have to go back and take these glasses because I'm holding this thing up and I can't see to read it. And for that, I have to either take it off or I have to put on my reading glasses. I don't want that. I want glasses where I can see in the distance, for distance and reading. So I have to hold it far away to see. Far away to see the name of the color of the yarn, because I can't. Okay, it's primary. So the colorway is primary. So I think I'm going to go back and tell him that, you know, I need it also for reading, because it's about three weeks now I got my glasses, and it is great for watching television. And like, for instance, you see me talking to you and I'm wearing it, is because I can see that I'm looking at the, you know, other than that I can't see properly and it's like very blurry. So this is allowing me to see properly in it, for because I have the tripod far away from me, and it's great when I'm watching television. So I have to go back and tell him I need it for reading too. Okay, so let's get off of the glasses now. And this is what I'm going to add a new ball soon. The accent color, it lasts a long time, but is the main color because you are using it for the granny stitch. You need to use more of the main color. So I like it so far, how it looks. And like I keep showing you the back side. The blanket is so, on both sides, look beautiful that you don't really make a difference whether it's the front or the back side. Okay, so that's my blanket that I'm working on. I have a basket over here I'm putting stuff in, and I am saying, okay, I'm using that and I like the stitch. Why not just create a triangle granny scarf and do the same thing? So this is what I started. but I just work on a little bit and I just put it down. I didn't do much. I'm using this anti-pilling yarn, and it is Meadow. The colorway is Meadow, and this is Premier Anti-Pilling, and I'm using Anti-Pilling DK from Premier 2. And the colorway on this is, let me see, oh my word. Does it have a colorway? What is it? Suede? But it's color 107133. That's what it says. So this is what it looks like. And I'm using this, and this is from Premier. So my concept is to make the granny's shawl and then just do the same thing that I'm doing on the blanket. But I didn't work on it. And again, this is during the night when I was about to go to bed. And it said, oh, you can do this, you know, you can try this or you can try that. So that's what I did that night, and I just put it aside because I want to finish my blanket. And I was working a lot on my blanket that day, and I started this, and I put the blanket aside and started this because about to go to bed, and here goes the mind again running and saying you can do this and you can do that, and that's what I started. Then, is anyone else making? I know quite a few people is making this blanket. So if you're making this blanket from Olga, I put it in my last podcast, episode 36, and you can go check it out. I leave it in the description box if you would like to make it. And if you are making it, you can come over to my Facebook group. I'll link it in the description box below. And you can show off your colors, and we could, you know, see what the progress on each other blanket is looking like. And if you're having any problems and you need help with anything, you can come over to my Facebook group and, you know, join so we can talk and, you know, show a project and so on. So then I'm saying now, okay, then if I could make a scarf, I could make a shrug. So I started to make a shrug. And this yarn I use is a number 5 yarn, and it's from the Hook Nook. And I had one ball. And I said, okay, I'm going to make this shrug. And I'm using Premier every day. And I have another ball over here that fell on the floor. Let me get, okay. So this is what it looks like. So I got another ball, and this colorway and this yarn here, it's all acrylic. It's 100% anti-pilling acrylic, 180 yards, and it's a number 4. And the colorway is Parfait. So I'm using this, and I got this from a friend. Okay, so I'm using that, and so far this is what. But what happened? I think the Hook Nook yarn is only 100 and something yards. So let me put this on and show you. So this is what it looks like. And I'm doing the same thing. I come up with this. I choose the multiple. All I'm using is the concept of adding the stitch in between. So that's what I did, and I came up with this. But I ran out of that, and I had some glitter of the same yarn, and I put it at the bottom. So this is what it looks like. You can wear it on your shoulders and so on. What I was going to do is make a long chain and just run it through the top of where these holes are, and then put a pom-pom, and you know, it could hang and stuff. You could make it tighter around your neck or whatever you want to do. So this is what it looks like. I want it to be longer, but I don't have any yarn, more yarn. But for some reason, I think I have some of the glitter yarn somewhere. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look for it and continue to make this hat. If not, I think I have the glitter yarn in a hat that I made, a beret. And I don't think I will use the beret much, so I know I'll use this a lot because you can wear this and, you know, keep your shoulder warm, keep your neck warm, whatever you want to do. And let me pull it down and stand up a bit and let you see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like so far. I think you could even make a sweater out of this if you, because what you can do is just join on there to make it long enough and just join on the here and just keep going around and then just, you know, and just single crochet the neck to draw it in. So you can make a sweater. And what you can do possibly, yeah, that's a good idea. You could possibly just continue with this for the body. Or if I had more, I would just continue with the gray for the body. But I'll see what I have and what I can do. And when I finish, I'll come back and let you see how it turned out. So, but so far, this is what it looks like. Okay, let me take it off. Sorry about that. So that's my, for now, it's a shrug. And that's what I'm working on. And that's what, there's no pattern for this. I'm just coming up with this, my own. I'm just using the stitch from the blanket to do the pattern, that shrug. And then I decided to make one of my classy doll, and I'm fine tuning and, you know, finalizing, I should say, the pattern. So she is wearing a black and white stripe skirt. I don't think I like the skirt. Maybe I wanted to make the black and white skirt and then just make a top for this. And this is a my classy doll pattern. So I'm trying to finish this too to publish it. And I made some shoes. And this, remember the guys, this is a work in progress. This is her shoes. And this coat here was one from one of the first doll I made. So you see it fit her too. This doll, the pattern would come with different ways if you want to make it. You can make it with the clothes, for instance. Let me get something and show you. Okay, for instance, I made this doll and it does not have any clothes. And it's like this. I also put wire in this arm. You don't have to, but it allows the doll to bend its arm in all different, see? And there's a bit of wire in the head, but not much. So this is the classy doll without clothes. Okay. And this is one without clothes too. But this yarn is from Urshner's Value Yarn. And I was looking for colors for dolls. So I like this one. So I will be getting some more of this. And this is Impeccable from Michaels. So I made this doll. This is also a doll without clothes. The clothes is removable, I should say. And I knit this dress for her. And she have on some little crochet rain boots. So this is using Impeccable yarn. And you see she have a little facial expression and so on. Then I made this doll, and this is a smaller doll, and this doll is used with Premier anti-pilling yarn, and it is a number 3, and you see how small this one came out. And this doll is, I crochet the legs, so she have on her little leggings, and she also have on crochet tops. So, and then I made a little dress for her. So this will be mostly like for, smaller kids, so they don't take off their clothes and can't the clothes of the doll and can't find it. And it's much softer, very soft. How much these dolls are so great for cuddling. So cute. And her hair is much shorter, as you can see, more curly. And I use, what is this yarn called? Uh, for the hair. Oh my, oh, it's right at the tip of my tongue and I can't. Wool spun? Wool spun? In black? Wool spun? I think that's what it's called. If not, I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but I bought it from Urshner's. It's those, I think it's wool spun. So that's what I use for her hair. And this is our clothes, attachable, and then the dress can come off. So those are my 3. You see, the sizes are different. So this one is a little, so small it is compared to this. And this is impeccable. And so I'm working now on another one, but in a different skin tone. I got this yarn from a friend, so I won't be able to, I know it's acrylic, sorry. I know it's acrylic. So I'm working on a Caucasian doll. So you can see I started the leg and I'm working on that. So I will be bringing out my classy handmade doll sometime in the future. I have this to bring. Oh boy. I even have moosh that I need to get the pattern published and get it going. So I tell you guys, I come up with these patterns during, the time where we were home and stuff. Now that I'm gone back out to work, all I can do is just go over it, crochet it, and make sure that it's okay. But when it comes to taking the pictures and typing it up and so on, it's very time consuming. So I have to take it one day at a time. So I started to do, she have little curls with a little, so this is how she looks. And I put a little blush on her and she could fold her hand and so on. So that's my classy dolls. I also have a boy version, but I didn't finish fine-tuning him. I just did him once and that's it. So I'm working on the girls. Yes, us girls. So that's what I'm working on. So what are you working on? How was your week? Right now I'm sitting here and guys, I don't know, for some reason today I'm burning up. I am just getting hot. I don't know if it's something I eat or something and it's giving me some flashes. So I'm going to say bye and thank you for joining me today. And guys, I love hearing from you. I read your comments. Sometimes I don't always have something to say, but I will heart it. I read it, I know. And I do appreciate you leaving the comments and, saying that you like the things that I show and so on. But some of you don't have channels and I can't see the things that you made. So, like I mentioned before, you could come over and join Classy Handmade Facebook page so I can see what you make and so on. There's not a lot of us there, but you know, if some of you do come over, you know, it will grow and we will be able to help each other, especially when you have pattern that need testing and stuff like that. When you get to know people and so on, you can ask, you know, who to ask to test your patterns and stuff like that. So that's one way of, you know, getting to know each other. So remember, guys, thank you for spending some time with me. And remember to be kind. Until next time, bye.